Hello, everybody. Welcome back live at Drew's house. Another edition. Hope everybody is doing okay. It is getting hot out. It is July 6th, and I hope you all had a very happy 4th of July. I know I did. I went up to the lake in Maine, saw the family, did the thing up there at the lake. Beginning of the week, we got a little bit of a heat wave during the couple days there, beginning of my vacation. That was nice. And also then a bunch of like cold weather and rain came in. So that was a little bit wild. But it was a nice little getaway up to Maine. Always enjoyed doing that around the 4th of July. Hope you enjoyed your 4th of July as well. Let me tell you what I don't like about the 4th of July. All the fireworks in the days after the 4th. It's now July 6th. Fireworks have been going on for a week. When do they stop? They scare my dogs. I don't like my dogs being scared. Shaking. Like, can't stop shaking. Down in the basement they go. They don't even stay in the same room. They go down to the basement, bury themselves in the corner, and shake. And shake and shake, and I don't like that. Anyway, that'll be my old man, get off my lawn sort of thing. Summer's flying by, though. Hope you're all enjoying yourself out there, almost post-COVID. This is good. Talked with AAA today. A lot of people traveled over the 4th of July weekend. A lot of people like kind of staggered it, too. They don't know if that was weather or whatever, but they didn't have that like Monday rush. Could have been people that just got out of there early because of the weather. Could have been people that were taking this week off. Who knows? We don't know what's going on. But a lot of people travel. High gas prices, all that stuff did not keep people off the roads. People just want to get out of the house, I guess. It'll be interesting to see. Almost every official you talk to talks about like Labor Day being the day to see what picks up for travel patterns. That will be interesting to watch because I'm kind of curious with like hybrid workplaces and everything. Like who's going to come back? Like what's going to happen? I want to know. Like honestly, I kind of think we're just going to go back to normal like we were pre-COVID. I don't know. Our business is going to change that much. I think there'll be some things added, probably just added stuff, right? I don't know. It must be hot. See, sometimes when it's hot, I still wear the winter cap, which I'm doing today. But I also, I apparently am showing more skin as it turns out. I don't know. Anyway, great story today. Happy about this one. I'm going to be joined by Terry Brumley in just a minute. She's on the board of directors of Brides Across America. And how about this? They are giving away free wedding gowns to COVID-19 frontline health workers. Does it get any better than that? We're talking military, first responders, you name it. If you helped save the world here through this pandemic, they're going to help you out with the free wedding gown. So let's bring in Terry right now. This is one cool story, all right? Terry Brumley, bringing her in. All right, so here she is. Terry Brumley joins us now, Board of Directors, Brides Across America. Hello, Terry. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Well, a busy couple days here this week you guys have coming up. What a thing you're doing. Tell us all about it. This seems like a great event.
Yes, well, the organization was founded in 2008 by Heidi Jansen, and she started out giving free wedding gowns to military because our troops were in Afghanistan and Iraq. And then she enlarged after the Boston Marathon and reached out and gifted, first responders. We had a lot of hurricanes that year as well. And then in last May, she decided that certainly the frontline healthcare workers were heroes. So she expanded it to include them. And year to date, it's about 28,000 dresses that the organization has gifted to our heroes. And we will fit brides in who are being deployed, or if they were getting a nurse who had to change her wedding 2 or 3 times and is having a wedding in September, we'll fit them in. But we have the July event, which is coming up Thursday and Friday, and we have brides that will be coming in from frontline healthcare workers, military, first responders, and getting free dresses.
Wow. And well, everybody knows wedding dresses are not cheap. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal because it's not like a $199 dress. We have designers that gift us dresses. Nostrum's, when they closed all their bridal departments, they gifted us beautiful dresses. So we're fortunate, and the brides can choose dresses, from a variety of designers. So we're happy to do it.
So in most of that, and that was my other question, I know some of these will probably seem obvious to you, but I know so many people are wondering, where do all the dresses come from? So a lot of it is places that have closed down and were generous. I'm guessing some businesses that are still open and are also generous. What's the whole
Right. A lot of the designers from, Maggie Sotera, Carolina Herrera, they reach out and they gift us dresses. And thank you to them. A lot of retailers that will say we have a lot of extra dresses, and we partner with retailers across the country as well. So we do have about 5% of our brides some of the brides that either didn't get married or that are getting married that will send in dresses that are clean. We don't take dresses that are vintage. We just don't have the storage space for them, but that are less than 4 years old. And some of those are beautiful dresses.
Wow. I'm guessing because of how in demand a wedding dress is that these things are, I'm sure you have a lot of people that apply and want in on this. Is that a tough process going through, figure out who's worthy of this? I mean, that's going to be kind of an interesting process in itself.
No, if they have the proper, like identification as far as military, or their spouse or their fiance, maybe she's not in the military, but he's in the military, they will qualify, as well as first responders will qualify, and COVID frontline healthcare workers. So as long as they have the paperwork, we'll give the dresses.
Wow, fascinating. Obviously, the new aspect of this is the COVID part of that, because
Right.
The whole pandemic is new to all of us, although hopefully getting older after a long year and a half. But what was it that, was it just kind of a no-brainer that, you know what, we're always big with the troops and all this, but you know what, these COVID frontline workers, they fought their own war. Was that kind of a no-brainer to bring them in on this?
Well, the founder, Heidi Jansen, last May, that's what she decided. She did a virtual event because nothing was open, and a lot of the women from Mass General Hospital, Brigham's, many of the hospitals selected dresses. Of course, it's virtual. It's not the same as trying them on. And she shipped out a lot of dresses and decided they're our heroes. So I have to, basically it was a non-brainer for her. So she added them, and we hear their stories, and it's like, God love them. I mean, thank God to all our heroes.
Absolutely. I should ask you as well. Is everybody on your family doing okay here from the virus? Did we get through it okay? Or I think it feels
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And thank God.
Yes, it was a battle of a year. Where are you coming to us from today?
Yes, I'm in Massachusetts, Newburyport, Mass.
Oh, right here in Newburyport. Okay, right where the show is out of. Lovely. What has been the best? I'm sure you get all sorts of reactions about when these people get these dresses. I don't know, maybe you get tears. I don't know. What's been the best reaction for you, the one that sticks with you when somebody gets one of these dresses?
Well, I think, first of all, a lot of them cannot. I was speaking to a mother who drove to Andover. We had a fitter in because her daughter's military. She said her expectations were just that she's getting something free. So she didn't have high expectations. And the mother just went on and said, I cannot believe how, it was a one-on-one appointment, how kind and supportive the stylist was, what a selection of dresses. So I think they're surprised that, they have such a large choice. The other thing is that, they feel, I'm kind of quoting one of the COVID frontline healthcare workers who said it was so nice that somebody was taking care of them for a change. So they're very grateful. And as I say, I'm just a part of it, but Heidi Jansen, who is the founder, she's just so happy to be able to do this.
And let's face it, I know this is turning into a very busy wedding season, right? Because there were so many weddings that were either pushed back, canceled, rescheduled, done in a smaller way, and now maybe they're having the celebration. Who knows, whatever the situation is, but this has turned into a very big wedding season now.
Absolutely. So we're seeing brides that are getting married in say 2 months, a month, or they're getting married, that they've had to change their wedding 2 or 3 times and they've moved it to maybe another year and a half. So we're, and luckily we have the dresses that if someone's getting married quickly and needs a dress, that we're going to be able to help them out. I mean, we had a couple, they were Army and also medics, and they had to postpone their wedding 4 times. The bride had to choose her dress virtually. Luckily, she didn't need much alterations, but it went from a $200, guest list to 50. And so they've had to be very flexible. And like I said, we listen to all the stories and they're very grateful.
Changed the wedding 4 times. Wow.
4 times. Well, they couldn't get off the base. And so finally, April 17th, that's when their wedding was. And they had one night. They got in 2 days before the wedding, and then one night, the night of their wedding. And then the next day they had to go back to the base.
My goodness, what a crazy story. I enjoyed hearing.
And it is, but they were wonderful couple and very appreciative. But, I think the brides, they certainly have, they've had to adjust, and they've done a great job, from outdoor weddings to on the beach to their backyard, whatever it takes. And they were just going to make it work.
It really is. I think people don't remember, even me, I'm a few years removed from being married, but 5 years ago, I don't think, sometimes you forget how much work goes into planning that. And then when that's taken away from you by something that nobody could ever see coming, it really is. It can be devastating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There were a lot of tears in the beginning, and I'm not saying that there still wasn't some tears, but they just said, okay, let's focus on what's important and the love for one another, and they were going to make it work. And some of them got married in the backyard, and then still were having a celebration later. I mean, there was a bride that came in that was being gifted a dress. I think she was a first responder, and they were getting married on top of the mountain in Arizona. And I said, how many are going to be there? Because she had this beautiful ball gown on that she loved. And she said, just myself and my fiance, but we're going to have a party after. So they've just become very creative.
It's a great story. I've been telling some of my guys that are getting married that I think in a lot of ways, the delay from, not being able to have it last year, I think the delay might make the party and the celebration all that much sweeter in the end. Hopefully that's the case.
I believe you're right.
And getting married, just the two of them on top of a mountain, huh? That's an interesting story.
Yes, it was on top of the mountain.
Wow, very funny. I have to ask this because this seems like a lot of things in life, this included the TV show, have been made easier by technology and Zoom. I can imagine fitting somebody for a wedding dress is not particularly easy via Zoom. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, it's correct. Well, the bride that had to postpone her wedding, the one that was or is in the Army as well as a medic 4 times, she selected her dress. And we were just, hoping it wasn't going to have a lot of alterations, and it didn't need a lot of alterations. But that particular dress, when you say, where do you get your dresses? That was a gift from a bride and her mother. The bride was supposed to get married at a museum in France, and a big lavish wedding. The gown was $25,000 dress. That was from a leading designer and customed for this bride, with an $1,800 veil. And it was like, well, what are we going to do with this gorgeous dress? Who are we going to give it to? When we felt that it was going to fit this bride, we put it in amongst several other dresses. She didn't know the value, and that's the dress that she selected. So she looked beautiful in it, and we're so happy that we could gift it to someone so deserving.
Wow, what a great story. That is absolutely fantastic. It must be just really rewarding. I mean, for everybody involved, but also the designers. I mean, the designers do this not only because it's just, they don't feel like they have to. Let's put it that way. The designers do this because they genuinely enjoy it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's not about just giving dresses. It's the fact that they're getting something back, as far as it's very rewarding for them as well. I mean, when we got the call from Nordstrom's about the fact that they were closing 15 stores, and that would we be interested in having them gift their dresses. I mean, we couldn't believe it, because they have, beautiful dresses. And so we're always appreciative. They're happy to gift us the dresses because it makes them feel good, because they know what our mission is about.
That is great. What's the coolest kind of exchange you've had with one of the designers? Has there been like a nice back and forth where you're like, that's what we're both in it for right there?
I would say Yes, you mean a specific story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would say that, Yumi Katsura, they designed a dress and gifted it. And they were just so excited to have, be able to gift that dress. But many of the designers, Maggie Satera, they're always gifting us dresses. So, and they, like I said, they're the ones that feel, gratitude to be a part of our program.
I feel like there's always that, kind of the wedding horror story of something maybe goes wrong with a dress, or maybe there's a malfunction at the last minute. Is that out of your hands at that point? Have you had to been called in to save the day or anything like that?
Well, that's kind of out of our hands because, yeah, but we would do, I mean, honestly, this is happening all over because I was at a leading store not too long ago in New York, and it was the same thing. A lot of the brides, everyone kind of gained a little weight. So what they bought or what they were gifted maybe a year ago or 9 months ago may not fit now. So that we have had a few of those brides and we've taken care of that for them.
Wow. All right. Very interesting. So brides across America, it's interesting because if I remember correctly, was it under the Obama White House that there was a big honor that came your way? Am I accurate on that?
You're right. Yes. They reached out and Heidi Jansen, and actually I got to go as well. We were invited to the White House. And spent some time at the Pentagon. They had a reception, and Dr. Biden was there. She wasn't the first lady yet. And then we also met with the First Lady, Michelle Obama. So it was very impressive, and we appreciated it very much to recognize us as one of the businesses that, or nonprofits that reached out to the military and first responders.
Did they?
And we did. Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say, did they mention exactly? Because I mean, I know that the White House gets all sorts of charitable work in front of them. Did they mention what particularly caught their eye about you?
Well, actually, this was kind of a funny story, and I think this is what happened. The founder received a phone call from the White House and asking, they wanted to do something on a base, giving free wedding gowns, but also the opportunity for anyone that was in the military and that, like an evening gown. They wanted to have a big gala. And they said, can you put this together? And it was going to be like in about 3 weeks. I think it was going to be out of Fort Bragg. And we said, okay, well, can we call you back and figure out how we can facilitate this? And gifting the dresses wasn't an issue, but they were going to need seamstresses to be able to fit the dresses and everything. So we figured that out, how we were going to make it work. We could partner with a hotel near the base so we could do alterations and get some volunteers. And then when we called back, we were asking about, well, was it going to be food? Was it going to be music? How was this going to be set up? And then they called, they just really didn't have time to put all of it together. It was a dream that they wanted, but it was a lot more that went into it, and they didn't really have enough time. So I think that was part of it. We were not the only nonprofit that was there. There were several, other nonprofits. So, but it was very rewarding.
Must make you feel great inside. My goodness.
Absolutely.
All right. So this is a great thing. Let's give everybody the nuts and bolts about this week, times, places. Why don't you lay it all out there for us? What do people need to know?
Yes. So actually, it's Thursday from 11 o'clock. We take appointments and till I think it's 8 o'clock. And then on Friday from 10 to 6 that we're gifting dresses. And they have to go on and register or call and make an appointment. And we're having a little get together, like a little coffee beforehand. We have the selectmen coming. We have Representative Tram coming, and we'll have honor guards there as well.
And where exactly are we hosting the?
And at Brides Across America, Andover, Mass, 342 North Main Street.
There you go. Very nice. And you're coming to us from Newburyport, and you're bound by the show's rules here to answer a couple Newburyport-based questions in our rapid fire segment. So, Terry Brumley, here we go. Your favorite restaurant in Newburyport?
Oh, well, it's a new one now. It's Tuscan Seafood.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Favorite thing to do in the city of Newburyport?
Walk along the water, along the river.
I thought you
Take a walk.
I thought you might say that.
Mhm.
Favorite city other than Newburyport?
I'd have to say Andover, where they've been so good to brides across America.
Very good. And what is the one thing that people don't know about that area, the Merrimack Valley? Because I think some people, like a lot of the South Shore folks I work with, they're like, what exactly is the Merrimack Valley? I never like go to the Merrimack Valley. What do you love so much about it? And Newburyport's not really, Newburyport's more North Shore, but that whole kind of north of Boston sort of feel. What do you love about it so much?
Well, I think the community, I think the people that are there make the community. And I just think the way that they reach out and have supported us as an organization.
And I will just end with my one little Newburyport comment. My wife did a fundraiser recently, and the people of Newburyport, all the shops on that wonderful downtown street to walk, they were just fantastic. I keep saying that it restored my faith in humanity, hearing how many good conversations she had with people going in, and it was just so sweet how good people were. And we know, as you know, so many places are going through tough times still, and will be for many years and many months and many years to come. So I don't know. It's been very cool to see. And Newburyport is just that nice tight knit feeling to it, which I've always enjoyed. So
it's family, it's a family, and as I say, communities are made up of people, and they make the difference.
Very good. Terry Brumley, we'll leave it at that. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for all your great work. You're making so many brides happy on their wedding day after a really tough couple of years here, year and a half, and just great work from everybody there.
Well, thank you for reaching out, and thank you for supporting us.
Thanks, Terry.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.
All right. How cool was that? Terry Brumley, Brides of America. She's on the board of directors, coming to us from Newburyport. That worked out well. I actually didn't even know where she was from. So there she is. She's in Newburyport. We'll have her in the studio sometime. That'll be great when we get back to studio life and all that good stuff. But what a great job they're doing with all these wedding gowns for this year. The big thing is the first responders being added, but they've done great work for troops over the years, and great stuff. Terry Brumley, Brides Across America, another Newburyport person doing good stuff. My name is Drew Moholland. This has been another edition live at Drew's house. Bye-bye now.